Hello, could I have the current council members please come on up and take your seat? Let's go ahead and get started.
No, stay on that side. POW's on the center.
Current council members, please come on up. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming on this festivity day for Ute Ute Tribe. It's our inauguration, and we have a change of administration. We had 4 positions up, chairman position, my position, 2 council members for Toyac and 1 for White Mesa. So before we get started with what's going on, let's turn our attention and give respect to the flag. So at this time, if we could post our flags, I'll turn it over to Mr. House. Thank you. Please stand.
How about peace? Detail, postcode. You're done. Order. 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 Left. Peace. Forward. March.
At this time, if you'd stay remaining standing. Orion Wing, can you give us an invocation? One of our elders.
Mike, nu bro. Värre tar någon annan nicka. Nu guai. Ai värre då är det vibna det värre nicka när namn. Nu vart vad då. Paiketta. Ai typ nu då igen. Ipsup det långa så det nu är. Mat det upp suura mamat yen nu en yen mamat semake yen nu en mabat yen. I want to express myself. I'm very humble at this time to be here. The Creator, this morning, make a prayer also, every morning as I do. I'm very thankful to being here among my people. Maybe a lot of you haven't seen me this way and speak this way. But I want to thank each and one of you for coming out, our visitors, far and north, that are being here. Make it a bonito, pero luce. We must have bad production in a pearl. We should have enough to drop garbage, make me. Nuti right, nuti. Nuga, you'd mount you right, women would plan right. Pearl, trace, want to move, panak with the drop garbage, we just. If my production searchy, mum race, and I put gayan. If I don't, mamma's nicke, that one, because there's a way of race, and mamma needs to get rubby, and mamma quite rubbish must and me. Or the story, even not look, not money cowards, not room money cowards, being together and make a hack thing. I'm the worst which one in. More, one to make. More that we can God, prayer, and we need some mind. We got to look at you now, yet. By case, the one you know, I don't want that we can God, prayer, and so my no we can't no we want no no suit with no we no watch get what we get no we want when we can't not yet. I do what makes some my and that we can God, my creator, and hey, Robert, my good roads, my random again, my one, my God, creator. At this time, grandfather asks us to be here with us, each and one of us. Hey, yeah, my guy, make me in. Tavet, yen me tavet, yen tavet, what yen, hey, tavet speak it, mama, yen, I live it, yen, money, tavet there, tavet there, motto, yen, make. God, tavet, yen, make, so my girl, so my movie, and so my, and more, yen, ben, nicket, when the number, yen, no, we can, like, no, one, that, nicket, no, mama, like, be master, no, nicket, no, we want that. change them nick in them. I them nick bang me can more can me. Mamuyan, Nuran, what you make in a man. Don't what kept Jack, Madam, Mamma, and Nick, Papa, Nick, that get to Jack, 8 pound, 8 pound, 2 Jack, Madam. Mamma's supposed to be Nicky and me. One God created Mamma and me. I ate the bum and again what Mamma bigger. My Mamma's make out some money and making it, Robert make. Maar nog te hebben het, met te hebben het, wat nog een product te hebben, maar nog te smaken. Dan is het ook zo, dat ze maken, moet gaan naar boven, niet naar toe. Kan wij niet zo, moet maar kijken, te pakken, weet je, dat voor iedereen mee. Maar dat is vrij, het zijn op een ander, like UMUT casino, met eigenlijk, maar nou, wat te Robert, maar nog te hebben, maar mij en began to say, we to more God greater, we to my guy, I can end, make a hit to make some money. Now, push rope just about how push about some more on me. Who want no one can want to check out it, what no one can make. Well, search, Robert, just one more, I had to pump, one cat jump to Robert to make. My and my wage could double there, the wage could money to a yard, but money to one of no one covered, Mamma, no women, and the two could make 8 to one can, and palm and off the structures, we no up, and live again, and no one got created and make. Then I rush to the put mine, and then it's more on my put, move, what would put the food to bad, but the money to money, but make. Hey, God, like me and my bros, like me, so again. But this day, Tavestian, thank you, but it's still, I did Tavestian, Chenican, and the minute, and noon of Mamma, and they even them, they you are no one get them, like I to blow it, like I'm not the prophet, push put Mamma, the guy from not scupper there, when it's there, but 5 weeks I did, no matter that, no problem. This song of the Mamma, I put you, Mamma, so what came on, the Mamma, and I asked my cat to Mamma. Podcast, Mamma, no one kept then is soup somewhere. Can you have to have to some doctors from this man? Would be my Mamma, would just get to Robert McGack, that in God, creator, and become no more yet. We do the road, we took with the road to move in the mics, which on the road, we don't make. No road just do the road, just give out what I said, that one God, creator, and that we can somebody I can make it to give God to I let make. Nou, roos dat was rust, mijn kast, maar dat is zo te pas was pas mijn kast, maar dat is met witting God, creator, and that. In Jesus' name, oh, amen.
Thank you for that. You may sit down. At this time, I call this inauguration to order. First of all, I'd like to thank the veterans for posting the colors. We live in probably the most beautiful country, one of the countries that are leading in the world for every United States citizen, a state citizen and a tribal citizen. And we lead in many areas in this country. And we thank our veterans that some have gave their life. So as you start to look at these flags that we honor today in this inauguration, our United States flag, all the 50 states, the country as a whole, as United States citizens. Our second flag is the UMUT tribal flag. It honors us as the UMUT tribe, our sovereignty, our government, and how we look forward in becoming a self-sufficient tribe as other tribes have out of 574 federally recognized tribes in this country. I also want to recognize the state of Colorado and the flag there, as the state of Colorado is within the Aboriginal lands of the Ute people. But not only Colorado, but Utah, northern New Mexico, southern Wyoming. These are the Aboriginal lands of the Ute people. And we want to recognize that today as we start to look forward for what the future holds for all of us within these states. And also, veterans flags, the ones, the POW that didn't make it home. Recognizing them, the sacrifice that they gave, that this country can be one of the greatest countries in the world. And we honor these flags and the veterans today. So with that, on behalf of the Mountain Ute Tribe, we appreciate all of our veterans from far and near. The ones that are active duty, the ones that have been in the veterans as been detailed, and the ones for the future that will be applying for the positions of each one of the positions in each branch of the United States government. Second, I'd like to thank Mr. Orion Wing for his prayer. Prayers can be sometimes addressing every issue, everything that he feels in his mind and his heart. For each and every one of us, the blessings that he talks about, things that will be good for each and every one of us in our homes, our family, our children, our work, where we're at today and where we're heading into the future, and the sacrifice our ancestors did for us to get us to where we are today. So I thank you, Mr. Wing, for your prayer, that you pray for each and every one of us and the food that we're about to partake also, and blessing each and every one here today. So at this time, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Mountain Ute Tribe. We'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to all who came today to the 2025 Mountain Ute Tribal Inauguration. If I could ask the dignitaries to please stand up when I call your government. Southern Ute Indian Tribe, would you please stand and be recognized? Ute Tribe, UNO. Hickory Apache Nation. Navajo Nation. Is there any representatives from the Paiute tribe? And I'd also like to recognize State of Colorado, Lieutenant Governor. Please stand. Is there any other dignitaries, county commissioners? Please stand. Mayor for Montezuma, Cortez, Mayor for Cortez. Any other dignitaries? Can all of our royalty please stand and be acknowledged? These are our children, and we encourage them to take on these positions. One day they might be sitting up here, and they learn their process that they are out there as ambassadors for each one of our tribes and representing them, not only in powwows or events, but even on a national or state event that's happening. And I really appreciate each and every one of them and their families that support them, because it takes time, it takes patience to be there and be there with them in a good, positive way that they learn this from their hearts and their minds. So give them one more round of applause, royalty. So at this time, I'd like to acknowledge in our Constitution, Article 4, Nominations and Elections, Section 2. The annual election shall be held on second Friday in October. All elections shall be conducted by an election board appointed by the Tribal Council. The election shall be conducted in accordance with the election ordinance to be adopted by the Tribal Council. This is amended August 26, 1983, Amendment number 6. Also want to recognize Article 3, Governing Body, Section 6, Members of the council shall take office on the first Friday of the first month after their election, which would be the first Friday in November. Our elections are held on the second Friday in October. So this is a former Section 8 after repeal of former Section 6 as amended August 26, 1983, Amendment Number 5. So this is our election process that we have gone through, and this is the process that we have taken. So today, before we move forward, I would like to recognize our current sitting tribal council. Councilman Jacket, please stand. Councilman Turtle. Representative from White Mesa, Malcolm Lehigh, Councilman. Councilman Secretary, Conrad Jacket. Treasurer Whiteman. Darrell Whiteman. And we have Tawny Knight, who's also a council member, was not able to make it today. This is our current sitting council members. And me, I am the tribal chairman of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, Manuel Hart. Thank you, council members. You may be seated. So at this time, I would like to ask the election chair to come up and give us the results from the election that was held in October. Chairwoman.
Good morning, everyone. To Manuel Hart, U Mountain Chair, to the Tribal Council, from Constance Wall, U Mountain Ute Election Chairperson. Certification on October 10th and October 29th, 2025. Listed below are the final counts from October 10th and October 29th. Ute Mountain Tribal, 1 chairman, 2 council seats, and 1 White Mesa representative. The council seats results: Samhain White Skunk, 156, Archie House Jr., 146, Anthony Bancroft, 93, Darwin Whiteman Jr., 109. Council seats: Conrad Jacket, 154, Priscilla Blackhawk, 85, Marilyn House, 116, Gordon Hammond, 51, Fernessa Brooks, 95, Deanne House, 59, Silverton House, 39, Evelyn Lopez, 116, Leland Collins, 72, Angelita Berry, 34. White Mesa representatives: Gwen Cantsey, 49, and Malcolm Lehigh, 15. On October 29th, we had 2 council seats, the 2 ladies that had a tie. Evelyn Lopez, 164, Marilyn House, 191. The Ute Mountain Ute Election Board verified and counts with the voters' signatures and certifies as an official count, determined that chairman seat, Samhain White Skunk, 156, council seat, Conrad Jacket, 154, Maryland House, 191, White Mesa representative, Gwen Cantsey, 49.
Thank you. That is the process that we've gone through our constitution and bylaws for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, and we have fulfilled that. The election board has fulfilled that, and I have accepted the letter acknowledging the new incoming tribal council based on the election from the Ute Mountain Ute tribal membership and who they voted for, and we'll be moving forward as of today for this inauguration. At this time, as was mentioned, I'd like to also recognize the outgoing tribal councilman and chairman. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Darren Whiteman Jr., our treasurer, to come on up for an outgoing remarks.
just want to say good morning. Good to see each and every one of you here. And thank the Creator for giving us another day here, another day to open our eyes and see one another. Sometimes we forget that. Life comes fast sometimes. We forget the little things. Why we do things, what we see, who we see, what we say. So with that, that's why I said thank the Creator for letting us see that sun come up again. Everything fall in order, what we want, how we want it to be. And thank Orion for the prayer this morning, what he talked about in his prayer, to find that way for every one of us and everybody that's not here, and all the people, what he talked of, for them to feel that goodness from God, Creator. So with that, I want to say thank you, good. Thank you to all the people that make everything happen. Everywhere you go, the people is the foundation. The people is the one, how things go, whatever it is. So with that, my name is Darwin Whiteman Jr. I'm the treasurer for the Ute Mountain Tribe. I served 2 terms for the tribe, 2 3-year terms. And whatever you see when you're running, to me, my own self, everybody sees this little box, and they're going to get in there and they're going to make things happen. They're going to make the tribe millions and billions of dollars. They're going to make things happen. But when you get in there, it's not that. It's not just you. It's the rest of the council and the chairman, and it's the people. The people, the responsibility of everything. That's what it is. And there's rules that govern, there's laws that govern everything. And what you don't know, what you don't see is that when you got in, there's this roller coaster sitting there. And you get into that roller coaster and you go 10,000 different directions every day trying to serve the people. Which way do you go? There's no set way. People can tell you this way. You go down. What are you doing? Why are you going over there? Go over here. Go over there. Past people that were in office, they're the same way. They tell you that. Watch out, watch out, watch out. So when I was getting in, council was getting out, they said, wow, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get to sleep. I'm going to get to enjoy myself. And I thought, what does that mean? It's just crazy. Today I know. Now I know what they was talking about. I always tell everybody, I'm really 26. Council made me look like this. It's just how tough it is. Tough job, not easy. So, serving the tribe for 6 years, thank you to the people that made it happen. The people of the tribe, thank you for giving me this opportunity, this chance to see to what I wanted to do, how far I came. And to all the people, every day you see something in being in office, you see something different every day. You see a lot of heartbreak, tragedies, things that you just can't fix. They want you to fix it now. You can't. It's hard to do. You gotta have the team behind you. The team to stand with you. That's the only way. And all these different levels of governments. All the levels of governments that tie within the tribe. The levels of staff members that talk on behalf of the tribe. There's people that nobody knows that you don't see every day. There's levels of attorneys that speak on behalf of the tribe for the water, for the energy, the health, the education, things that we don't think of that are spoke on behalf of the people of the Ute Mountain tribe. They do that. It's a service in all the levels of government. There's all these ties. I always look at it as a spider web. We pull here, it pulls over here. It pull over here, it pulls this way. It's not precise. You can't have that, we're gonna do it now and it's gonna be done. No, it's not, it doesn't work that way. It's tough. That's why the team makes it happen. The team. And again, in everything you do, there's always a rebel. There's always a way that isn't the way. And it lives in all of us. That's why if we all was one way, we would be no trouble today. No bad things today, but it's not. The people, it makes up everything. Even ourselves go sideways sometimes. Our thinking, that's the truth. So with that, I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making things the way they are. Everybody is a piece of puzzle in this life. Everybody falls in that good order. What we ask for, what we pray for, what we talk for. So with that, thank you for giving me this opportunity, these 2 terms, to understand and to see. And like I always say, you don't have to learn. You don't have to understand. It's up to you how you understand, how you be. Everybody tells you to be how they want you to be. You be how you want to be. So with that, thank you. It's good to be here. Good to see everybody. And the new council that's here, the new chairman, we always look for the goodness to whatever way they're going to go, whatever way they're going to be. We always want them to do good, but again, whatever way they're going to go, how they're going to be, what they're going to see. They have to see that, the same thing. They have to learn the same thing too, that how everything works. It has this large flag was in here today. One person can't lift it. There's no way. It takes all the people to lift that flag in that direction that you want to go. So with that, I want to say thank you to the state of Colorado, the governor, lieutenant governor, and the governor, and the Congress people, senators, the counties, the cities, everybody that work with the tribe, state of New Mexico, same way, and the state of Utah, and all the staff and all the elected officials that stand with the tribe to make that forward movement. So with that, and again, all the royalty, the Ute tribe, the Southern Ute tribe, the Hickory tribe, and all the tribes, the Paiutes, the tribes that you see, they're on that same direction of trying to make things happen on their people's behalf. So with that, we can go on and on, be talking all day and night. But with that, I'm going to close here. I just want to say thank you. It was something to see. Time to get off that roller coaster now. The new people get on. So thank you, everybody, youngest to oldest, the tribe, everybody. Continue to move forward. Continue to pray and believe in what we believe in. So with that, thank you.
One more round of applause for thank you for all the work you did in your 2 terms that you were in there. It is hard. Chichigir. It's how to say it in Ute. Chichigir. Hard. So at this time, I'd like to ask Councilmember Malcolm Lehigh, who represents the White Mesa community, for your remarks.
My Kutuwichkus always start on a good note every morning, prayer. For our people, that's what it's about, for people. But I just want to say a few things. I want to thank the tribes that came here today, dignitaries, other tribes, people that I work with traveling these lands, basing it off of our ancestors. I'm kind of old school. I grew up with some of the elders and listened to their stories and how these lands were and what went on, wars, everything in general. Before the New World came is what they told me. That's the Marikachu. Before they came, what it was like. You know, when you get an opportunity in a lifetime to speak to our ancestors, is something nobody gets to do in a lifetime. And I got that opportunity to do that. To speak to our ancestors, to speak to the water, to speak to the sky, speak to the sun, to the sunset, to the south, to this warm air, to the north, to the cold air. Those are opportunities that I got as a leader. You don't get that opportunity as a membership. You don't get the opportunity to see what's in detail as a leader. You can say what you want, but when you get into this position, as was mentioned earlier, it's a tough job. Sleepless nights. I was told by one of our elders in our past tribal leaders for UMUT tribe that come visit me and told me, you're going to grow white hair by the time you're end of your term. And now you look at me, I got a white beard and white hair, but not only that, but a lot of wisdom comes with that. You learn that. As I was told by our elders, don't want to come, you're going to know that stuff. That's when it comes to you. Then you speak from you don't just speak out of term to they told me. I did that. I lived by that law. And that was the law before we had fences, boundaries, things like that. You know, we carry that with us as human beings, not as Indians or natives. You know, those were terms that I was told, don't use that, because that's not who we are. So understanding that to that level, in a deeper level, even to the universe, seeing the universe in broad daylight, it's something our spiritual leaders haven't seen either. And I got to see that. I got to see that and have that opportunity to see what in detail is out there spiritually. I'm not a spiritual leader, but I come from a background of medicine people. You know who you are. When you're always told, remember who you are. You know, you learn those things as part of that history of knowing and understand who you are as a leader and your job. I was told by a chief one time, I got a question for you, he said. I said, what? On one of my travels. And he told me, you know your job? I said, no. He said, I'm glad you're honest. I said, yes, I don't know my job. He told me, tell me when you know your job. So in that time of my term, in the 9 years that I've been here, I got to learn that and understand that from that chief. So on my next trip to his lands in his territory, I got to talk to him again. And he told me that, well, did you figure it out? And I said, yes, I did. He says, that's what I want to hear. Thank you. And so, you know, things like that on our travels as a leader, it's powerful. You see a lot of things that our membership don't see or don't hear, that's the opportunity that we speak of today to the younger generation. The opportunity to be here as a leader, understand, as told, Permier, back then, Permier. I got the opportunity to go back to school, finish my schooling. And that was the great opportunity that I got, and to be the leader and to listen to our elders. They're no longer here. But through them and listening to their guidance, I became that leader that they spoke of when I was a young man, told that you're going to be our leader one of these days. No, that's not me. Not the way I'm going in my life. But here I am, speaking to that level. So just want to put that out there to the next tribal council that's going to be appointed here in a little bit. There's a lot in detail that I could go into as past councilman related to these things. And, a lot of it is your health. Your health will take a toll on you. You might think you're strong and, I can handle this. No, you don't know the whole detail that is told inside. So I just want to say that and appreciate our royalty for being here, and the membership, people that came from far and near, even at our government, to county, to state, all the different areas that we speak and talk to. So, those are things that, as a leader, that you have to look at and really take it into consideration when you're running for this position. It's not an easy job. You can say what you want out there, but when you get in here, it's a whole different ball game. It's a ball game that you never heard of or even seen. Even as an athlete, we speak that way. It's a whole different ball game at different levels. That's what it is. But it's in the higher power of that level that you speak to. So I appreciate that, and the drum group for singing their song, Marpapunt Ra'is, too, comes with it, and our flags and our veterans. So I just want to say that. Thank you, Tawe. I appreciate it.
So before I get started, I'd like to just say a little bit in Ute, as that is a language that's beautiful to me. And I really appreciate the opportunity to talk in Ute and learn it and speak it. So with that, I'd like to address the Ute people in my own language. To which the way I know if that one burn, Bupak Mother's Baktikan Mother Constitution in Manala. Bupak Mother's Squapagan, Mamutat what you Pavam, you win. Chichiger Mothers, Chichiger Mother Muvaru Garita. Manokoipet, Shakaipet, Bupak Mother's Squapan, Tutupa, Munib Jushmaike, Mamupistu, non Purum, Manuni, near Rocktum, Eva, Ute Ute tribe one. Yenak just Numutu Wupua. Asnak Tamonibus. Jack Simon not provide no the guy can. Beastie mam aoistinam. Te new pakpip. Naruv roberts. Naruv roberts. Aoistinam makron cup. Tagunt cup. Beaut nam. Monoctus mamount newer. Mar pupunch. Mar wave mamount newer. Aoistinam mamos. Mam akatum. Kajisvat moist with them. Umu to Shmaike. So unon sonaik muni no. To which the way that one burn. Nanam akronika. Nanam akrowika. Always in Pupak Madas Panatrum can. Titus ran the whip the moistvich. To which rupaga. Put which were. My montu, mom up get numerum up get miles marvich. So with that, to which the way. Thank you for giving me that little bit of time to say things in Ute. I was just thinking the membership. always thinking about who we are and where we came from, not forgetting the songs and the drum and the different ceremonies we have, the bear dance, the sun dance, Native American church, but not forgetting our language and always remembering to teach the kids and the grandkids that are not here yet. Always thinking of the future. Our ancestors came from a long way and they did things for us in a good way that we may always remember and not forget who we are as New Jew, as Native Americans in this country. We were here before Columbus or any other pioneers that came, and we need to protect and advocate for everything that we have. And we only do that through partnerships among tribes, state governments, federal governments, and other agencies that really help us to work, because they too are facing the same challenges in different areas. So with that, I'll go into my address. Hello and good morning to all of you here today. Welcome to our Ute Mountain Ute Reservation homelands. Thank you, Orion Wing, for your prayer. Thank you, Alfred Wall, for your traditional songs. It gives us many blessings every time we hear it. Thank you to all of our visitors, tribal chairmen, tribal presidents, council members from different tribal nations. Thank you to all of our state governors and lieutenant governors, including all their staff. I would like to start off by saying thank you to our Creator for all of His blessings and His continued protection for each and every one of us every day. From our past leaders and our past ancestors, all the way up to our leaders and membership today. And looking toward our future leaders and tribal members, we will continue to pray for each other and for our children and grandchildren that are not here yet, always thinking of them. At this time, I want to recognize the most important person in the last 31 years, and that is my wife, Marie Hart. She has stood by my side through thick and thin. I would not have come this far without her. She has been the most patient person that I know, and the passion she has for the Ute people and advocating and taking care of the Ute Mountain Ute tribal members, young and old. She has built a relationship with a lot of you. At times I would ask her about her opinion on some of my speeches that I write, sometimes late at night. And she has been my advisor at times. So I really appreciate her. I love her very much for being my wife, and I'm very proud of her. I also want to thank all my children and my family members from my mother's side, which is on the Ute side, and my father's side on the Hispanic side, and friends for supporting me during my time on the tribal council, and they come from all areas, far and near. Thank you, family, and to all the people that I call my family, and you know who you are. My little brother's here, my sisters are here, my children, my grandchildren, great-grandchildren. I appreciate all of you. Sometimes it's hard when you're in a position that I'm in, or a councilman, because it takes time from family. We miss that time when the children are growing up, graduations, birthdays. We try to find that extra time to go do things. But in this position, sometimes there is a time where it's challenging, where you might not make certain things. As each one of us in our own employment, in our careers, we face that too. You don't have to be an elected official, but even the positions that you're in. And I really appreciate Major Williams coming out here from the Colorado Highway Patrol. I talk with them a lot about regulatory issues. I just want to recognize him. Would you please stand, sir? He's really working to help our right-of-ways that we have that come across the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Reservation on a regulatory side. And there's many other CDOT, other departments in the state of Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico for us, for Ute Mountain. Thank you to my family and all the people that I call my family, as I mentioned, and there's a lot of them. I want to also recognize and say thank you to all the Ute Mountain employees from the tribal departments and our tribal enterprises here on the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Reservation. They continue to work for all of us every day here on the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Reservation in both of our tribal communities of Toyac and White Mesa, and soon to be a new community in San Juan County, New Mexico, which we're working diligently toward. We finally got recognized in the state of New Mexico as the 24th tribe. I want to acknowledge and say a big thank you to all the Ute Mountain Ute enrolled tribal members for giving me the honor and the privilege to serve you on the tribal council and also as your tribal chairman. I've been on the tribal council for 27 actual years, but started 31 years ago at the age of 34. That adds up to a little short of 3 decades. It has been a long journey, and I can't believe how time has flown by while working for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe as an elected official, as a tribal council member. We have had a lot of challenges, and we have also had a lot of successes for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe throughout the years. We as the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe have led and set benchmarks, leading and setting great examples, and creating tribal legislation for tribes to adopt and for their own, and for their tribal governments. We have also partnered and led and worked with other tribes and state governments through partnerships to reach and share common visions and reaching our goals. And a good example is with our sister tribes. Ute Tribe, Southern Ute Indian Tribe, appreciate that, and also with our Jicarilla Tribe. Really working and diligently, and we have future plans that I put on the table that we can partner more into the future in the energy area. We have also reached an all-time high on grant funding for the Ute Mountain Ute tribal government through our grant writer. Since the passing and adoption of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Constitution in 1940, we have come a long way, but we still have a ways to go for the future of all of our Ute Mountain Ute tribal members and our tribe. We must always recognize the ones yet to come and plan for them too, that they may have the same equity in whatever programs we have here today and much more. Over the years, I have developed a great relationship and built a connection with key people in Washington, D.C., with U.S. senators, congressmen, and secretaries of the different departments of the federal government. Also working with the 3 states, with each of the governors and state and lieutenant governors and the state senators and state representatives, that we have a land base in the states of Colorado, Utah, and New Mexico, including our county commissioners, mayors from each of the counties and cities. I've also worked and sat on national committees and boards on advocating for bringing a tribal voice for all 574 federally recognized tribes within the United States. I was in New Orleans this past springtime. I was at a conference there, and I sat on a tribal leaders panel. And at that time, some of the leaders came up to me, and after the panel, and they asked me a question. And the question, even on the panel, is, what advice would you give to a new generation of tribal leaders? This was my answer. Be patient. Don't rush into things. Have respect for one another. Advocate for all your tribal members, including others. Wisdom comes through time. Pick the battles you want to fight. Don't fight every battle. Listen more to people than always speaking and trying to make your own point. A friend of mine from GOCO asked that I need to read this too more often from time to time. From the time we are born into this world to the time we go back home to our Creator. Looking at our individual lives and our individual journeys in life is not measured by miles, but the acceptance of everything good and bad, accepting it through your heart, then from your heart to your mind, and truly understanding your personal journey. Then from your mind back to your heart, and then back out to the people that you love and trust and respect. So that was the thing that I told my friend one time, and he said, that is such a great quote, you need to tell it more often. So I share that with you today. I have one final thing to say to all of you, and it affects each and every one of you. Change toward the future. Change is inevitable, whether we want it or not. It is always knocking on our door. And I've known presidents and other people that have run for elected officials, they use this as a campaign slogan. Change is coming about. Some people don't want change because they're used to it. They like it like the way it is all the time. And some are ready to move toward new change. We already know that what we are up against, if we do change or if we don't, when it comes to that. When people understand change and are educated about change, then that is where we are heading. Then change can only come about, and it will be based on the speed of trust from all of us. Remember that. Change can only come about at the speed of trust from all of us. So that means you have to understand what it's about, where we're heading, what's the purpose of it. Is it looking out for the children and grandchildren that are not here yet? So the trust falls on each and every one of you to trust the council or your government and how we're moving forward together. You have that right to advocate. You have that right to say, I agree to agree or I agree to disagree. So as we start to look at this and as we move forward, even during these challenging times, as we see some of the programs being cut, such as SNAP, Medicaid, Medicare, other programs for housing, healthcare, education, economic development, and our natural resources. We have all of these as priorities, and we have all of these in common. So it is based on the speed of trust from all of us. So I leave that with all of you to think about. In conclusion, I thank all of you for trusting me from 1994 to 2025. May our Creator continue to bless you all, and may also bless the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe and every tribal government, state government, federal government, and leaders around this world. Our priority is world peace, to take care of one another from the youngest to the oldest. So with that, I thank you as a Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Chairman, Manuel Hart. To which the layout. Thank you. And our current council and our future council, thank you. So at this time, Alfred, would you give us an honor song? And This is for the outgoing council. If you'd please stand. Thank you very much for that song, and honoring our outgoing council and chairman. So at this time, I would respectfully ask Councilman Lehigh, Councilman Whiteman, to go ahead and sit at your table as we start to move into the swearing-in process. Thank you, council members. Could I ask for Mr. Barnhorst to come on up? Chief Magistrate Judge Barnhorst, please come on up. We are going to go through our inauguration process right now. At first, swearing in, would you please come on up? Gwen Canty.
You can raise your right arm to the square and repeat after me. I, Gwen Canty,
I, Gwen Canty,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council.
I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the laws and the Constitution
the laws and the Constitution
of the United States.
of the United States.
I will support, defend, and uphold
I will support, defend, and uphold
the Constitution, bylaws, and treaties
Constitution, bylaws, and treaties
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
And I will support and defend
And I will support and defend
the best interests of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
the best interests of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
I will exercise the right of self-government
I will exercise the right of self-government
to administer our tribal affairs,
to administer our tribal affairs,
to preserve our Native American culture,
to preserve our Native American culture,
develop and increase
to develop and increase
our tribal resources,
our tribal resources,
to ordain and establish
to ordain and establish
our Constitution and bylaws
our Constitution and bylaws
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
And I will faithfully
And I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and impartially discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just sign all these copies. That copy in there.
Do I need to date it? Oh my gosh. Should have brought your copy machine. Righty. Thank you so much.
Councilwoman Gwen Canty, please take your seat on the tribal council. At this time, would Marilyn House come on up?
You can raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Marilyn House,
I, Marilyn House,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council.
I will support, defend, and uphold
I will support, defend, and uphold
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States.
of the United States.
I will support, defend, and uphold
I will support, defend, and uphold
the Constitution,
the Constitution,
bylaws, and treaties
bylaws, and treaties
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
And I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the best interests
the best interests
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
I will exercise the right
I will exercise the right
of self-government
of self-government
to administer our tribal affairs,
to administer our tribal affairs,
to preserve our Native American culture,
to preserve our Native American culture,
develop and increase
develop and increase
our tribal resources,
our tribal resources,
to ordain and establish
to ordain and establish
our Constitution and bylaws
our Constitution and bylaws
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
And I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Mark's gonna bend me up.
At this time, Councilwoman Marilyn House, please take your seat on the tribal council. Would Conrad Jacket please come on up?
You can raise your right arm and repeat after me. I, Conrad Jacket,
I, Conrad Jacket,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribal Council.
I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the laws and the Constitution
the laws and the Constitution
of the United States.
of the United States.
I will support and defend
I will support and defend
and uphold the Constitution,
and uphold the Constitution,
bylaws, and treaties
bylaws, and treaties
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
And I will support and defend
And I will support and defend
the best interests of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
the best interests of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
I will exercise the right
I will exercise the right
of self-government
of self-government
to administer our tribal affairs,
to administer our tribal affairs,
to preserve our Native American culture,
to preserve our Native American culture,
develop and increase
develop and increase
our tribal resources,
our tribal resources,
to ordain and establish
to ordain and establish
our Constitution and bylaws
our Constitution and bylaws
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe.
And I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office, of my office
of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Councilman Conrad Jacket, please take your seat on the tribal council. At this time, would Sal White Skunk please come on up?
Raise your right arm and repeat after me. I, Selwyn White Skunk,
I, Selwyn White Skunk,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of the UMUT Tribal Council.
of the duties of the UMUT Tribal Council.
I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the laws and the Constitution
the laws and the Constitution
of the United States.
of the United States.
I will support and defend
I will support and defend,
and uphold the Constitution
support and uphold
the Constitution,
and the Constitution,
bylaws and treaties
bylaws and treaties
of the UMUT
of
tribe.
the UMUT tribe.
And I will support and defend
I will support and defend
the best interests of the UMUT tribe.
the best interests of the UMUT tribe.
And I will exercise the right
I will exercise the right
of self-government
of self-government
to administer our tribal affairs,
to administer our tribal affairs,
to preserve our Native American culture,
to preserve our Native American culture,
develop and increase
to develop and increase
our tribal resources,
our tribal resources,
to ordain and establish
to ordain and establish
our Constitution
our Constitution
and bylaws
and bylaws
of the UMUT tribe.
of the UMUT tribe.
And I will faithfully
I will faithfully
and impartially discharge
and faithfully, impartially discharge
the duties
the duties
of my office
of my office
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
I don't have the auto pen.
At this time, I am turning over the chairmanship to Chairman Selwyn White Skunk. At this time, please take your seat on the tribal council.
Thank you.
I just turned over the keys to the office to him. So at this time, he's going to take it over. Thank you.
Okay. At this time, thank you. I really appreciate you people entrusting me in this position. At this time, we're going to have an honor song for the new incoming tribal council. Please stand, please. Okay. Now that I got the keys to former Chairman Manuel Hart, it now is turned over to Selwyn Whiteskunk, Chairman of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. At this time in the agenda, I want, if our tribal council members, the newly elected, newly sworn in officials, to receive a blessing as per their wishes, if they choose to. Ms. Cancy, I believe your father would like, or you would like to have your father come up here. Vacate, Jack. Jack. Agani. Who else? Who else? Okay. My dad. Your dad? Okay. All right, and the next will be Mark or Marilyn, Conrad, his father Scott. Mr. Mark Wing, please come up. Darvin House. please come on up. Conrad Jacket, Councilman. Scott Jacket, father. Mr. Dan Begay, could you please come up? Thank you. Thank you, advisors that came up and blessed our tribal council members all. It's a great opportunity, and at this time, again, my name is Selwyn White Skunk, and I'm honored at this time to take the reins of this tribal nation we call the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. It's always been an expectation. It's always been at the forefront of our lives individually. Each and every one of you tribal members, from the youngest to the oldest, always dream of being in these positions. Always remember, you can make these dreams come true with persistence, dedication, to ensure that the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe is well taken care of. At times like this, the transition of government leaders, government, is going to be upon your shoulders. It's going to be upon your willingness to step up, and each and every one of you members, guests, have that ability to be in this position as we are. And I thank you, sincerely thank you for giving me this opportunity to be your tribal chairman. I want to acknowledge at this time, and I would love to have the former council members of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe who I have served, please stand up and be acknowledged, because you're a part of this government. You have set the foundation, the infrastructure for us to be here. Without your diligence, your knowledge, none of this would have came to what it is today. So could you please stand, former council members of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe? Miss Cuthair Root, Miss Nightstar, Ms. Cancy, Mr. Chairman. These, I would like to have a round of applause because they are, and Mr. Bradley Height as well. These individuals have served you honorably and will continue as we see them, tribal members, tribal council members, acknowledge them as such because they've earned what you have given them. So again, I would like to take this opportunity to give the incoming council members an opportunity to say a few words. Ms. Cuthair, White Mesa representative.
Well, good mid-morning, everyone. I'm so happy to be here. I ran into a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time, which is quite a shame because I just live right over the mountain. I met a lot of new people here. I want to thank everyone that came here to participate and sharing in this good day for our tribe. The fellow indigenous neighbors that we have, the royalty, so many beautiful young women that have that sparkle in their eye to lead in the generations to come. And that's something that I would really encourage everyone to do. Everyone plays a role in this world, and it's up to you to control your own destiny. You have what it takes within yourself to make yourself a strong person. I love to see that. I love to see the passion of living, of making the best of yourselves, whether it be in a humble manner, whether it will be in an exuberant manner. You know, we all have something special within us. And that's one thing that I was taught by my mother and my father, is be humble, but be there. Be a force to be reckoned with. Be someone that's going to support and lead and give your people some hope. I want to focus on White Mesa. I want to acknowledge the people from White Mesa that are here today. They're my support. They are my rock. The reason why I'm standing here today is because I built on what they gave me to build on. They were my priority, and they will remain my priority. You know, and that's the honor that I have. And I want to let each and every one of you know that you are very supported. You are loved in this world. You are appreciated. And always keep that in the back of your mind. I encourage, you know, self-growth. I encourage a lot of things. I've been down that road before, and I'll tell you one thing. Once you get back out of that ditch, take pride in yourself because you've accomplished something that nobody else would give you the time a day to do. So you did it. You grew from your mistakes. You learned from everything. And you know, you carry that in your heart. You carry that in your mind. And then you make the best decision to move yourself forward. I want to express that I want to work. I'm really glad that I will be working, I should say, with our neighboring tribes. You know, together, we join together. We can be a force to be reckoned with. We can do so many things, and we can address the self-governance, the self-determination, you know, the self-sufficiency that we all need as Native people. And that's something that's got to grow within ourselves, but we have to work together. And that's what I am going to be a big advocate for. And I hope you will all join me in this journey. And I'm looking forward to working with my fellow councils. And you know, they're going to teach me a lot, and I will approach that with an open heart and an open mind. I'm very accepting of things. So with that, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Councilwoman House.
Thank you, everybody. My Nuchu, welcome community members, employees, and family and supporters. I want to thank Mr. Wing for the prayer he did, the drum group for their songs, and the veterans for posting the colors. Also want to thank our visitors and our dignitaries that came out today to celebrate this day with the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. Also want to thank Mr. Wing for the prayers he did. Community members, family, and supporters, first of all, I want to give thanks to the Creator for putting me in this position and guiding my path throughout this journey. All things are possible with God. God knew I had a greater purpose than what I thought. To my father, Darwin Asa House, thank you for talking with me and sharing who our family is and what they continue to be for this great tribe. You taught me to be proud of my house family and what leadership means to us. You taught me to work hard and always be proud of who I am. To my family on my mother and my father's side who passed on, you prayed for me so long ago, and I hope to honor those prayers that were said for me. I believe my family who has passed are still with me today. To my partner, Jaron Jacket, thank you for supporting my dream and giving me some of your strength to lean on when I needed it the most. Thank you to my beautiful daughter, Jaslyn Jacket, for all your help and laughs you've given me to lighten my days. I want to thank my family and friends who knew me then and still know me now. Thank you for your support and what we've shared. Thank you to all who helped me to make my campaign dinners a success. To my coworkers and fellow colleagues, thank you for our debates and our ideas that we have shared together throughout my 19 years working for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. To my voters, thank you for casting your vote not once, but twice in my favor. You saw that glimmer of light that I hope to bring to your lives, and I hope that light gives you hope. Hope for a better future for us all. Thank you to the election board. You were tasked with not one election, not 2 elections, but 3 elections in 1 year. I thank you for running a successful election, and I look forward to seeing election progress grow. 19 years ago, I started as an employee for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. I was young, inexperienced, and hesitant to start my life working for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. Over the past 19 years, I've worked in various positions. In doing so, I have gained the knowledge that I have today to serve you all. I will strive every day to work hard for you, the Ute people, young and old. I will be your voice in good and in bad times. I will walk with you, not before you or behind you, but with you and beside you. I also like to be clear on what I stand on as a young Ute woman leader. I believe in honesty, even if it's sometimes hard to hear. I believe that actions speak louder than words. And most of all, I believe in our tribe and our leadership working together with one common goal to reach, and that's to make our Ute Mountain Ute Tribe better. And whether that fight is on a federal, state, or local level, we will always bring Ute Mountain Ute Tribe to the table. This will be a challenge, and it will not be easy due to what our nation is going through right now. But being united as a tribal council and as a community, we will keep us strong. My message that I would like to leave with you all today is, do not ever give up on yourself. Take that chance, because you never know where it will lead you. I took a chance on my future, and now I'm standing before all of you great people today. Do not ever give up on yourself and all the wonderful things that you yourself can accomplish. I look forward to the next 3 years of working with my new council sisters and brothers and working with you that voted me here and even to the ones who did not vote for me. I will do my best to represent you all, the great people of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. God bless you and Tuea. Thank you.
Councilman Conrad Jacket.
Good afternoon, everybody. So like I say, thank you, Oren. Thank you for the prayer. That was a really good, deep prayer. And especially what he's going through. It's good to see him here. It's good to see him in good strength and good spirit. Ephraim, Alfred, thank you for that good, those good songs. Thank you for traveling here. Thank you for coming here. You know, we used to fight together, and that's good. We're in support of with each other. So I'd say, thank you for putting me back to work. This is a job. This is a 24/7, 7 days a week job. That's just how I take it as. And we all work together. There's a lot of things that a lot of people don't see as Councilman Whiteman, or former Councilman Whiteman. We did a lot of trips together, a lot of supporting each other. And it's sad to see him go, but he left me with a lot of good thoughts, a lot of good prayers, a lot of good things that he was working on. I'll pick up on that. Councilman Lehigh, it was good to be out there with him. He's like an archaeologist. He literally is an archaeologist. He can verify a lot of things that are Ute from way, way, way back then. Last year, me and him went to Paradox, Colorado. And there's a lot of Ute drawings out there. This is all Ute right here. They're telling the Cheyennes, you can't go this way. Telling the Navajo, oh, you can't do this. And it was really good. I don't think anyone has really came out there and seen that. It is a really nice area. And that's ours. We traveled there. It's written there. When Malcolm was there, he said a prayer. He said, let's say a prayer because we're walking with the ancient ones. And this was a hot day. This was a hot day. And he said his prayer. And then right after he was done with his prayer, it started raining. It started raining. And that was good. It was a good blessing. It was really good to have this. And it's a really good feeling to be here among people who really care. We get our phones on. We answer them. We do what we can within our own power. So we do a lot. It takes a lot to be right here. And I'm very much thankful and appreciative that I'm here again and I can work. I would like to work. I want to be out there. I want to advocate. As Linda and Marge can say, I got a big mouth out there. They can hear it. And sometimes I'm the only one there. And it's like, dang, that meeting went so good. Oh, I wish someone from Toyak was there that can see. They can see that that's what I'm about right there. That's what I say right there. As Councilman Turtle can verify, we're out there. We're advocating. We're putting ourselves in the forefront. We're telling the Pueblos, we're here. The Apaches, we're here. Navajo, we're here. And just not with the tribes, but with the county, the state, and federally. So these things that we talked about need to be brought upon. And thank you, former Chairman House, making those connections with all the state representatives, all the way from the state to the federal. We got those connections. We got to keep up with those connections, Mr. Chairman. We got to keep up with those. We got that connection. We got to work together, call upon each other. I like to say, whatever happens on the federal level, we feel it here. We feel it here. We feel it here now with all the stamp benefits that are not here. On Monday, we had a little emergency council meeting about what we're going to do, what we're going to plan to do if there's no stamp benefits for this whole month, because people are going to rely on it for Thanksgiving. So we said, okay, we'll call in the casino. Thank you, Ellen. He said, I'm going to do these food drives. I can do this. We got all these planning all together. And it's like, okay, we got a plan just in case it gets worse. And that's what we do as council. We see ahead. We plan ahead. That's our job, to look after all of us here, Newt. So we're all into this, just not here in Toyak, but as Gwen has said, White Mesa too. I do a lot for White Mesa. They got me on speed dial too. So, and in New Mexico, we have a state representative there. His name is Joseph Hernandez. He represents us in our land that we own on that side. He called me yesterday while I was eating, and he was so happy. He was like, oh, he's like me. We're the same age. He's like, hey, this is what I did for you guys. He said, that solar panel project that we got out there, he said, I know how much power is going out, but there's so much power there that they're not going to use. And you know what? I'm going to fight to get that power to your community there. I was like, oh, thank you, man. Thank you. I was like, thank you. That sounds good. He said, I'm just letting you know, man. He said, I'm not forgetting about you. I was like, all right, that's really good news. And I was like, oh, I was so happy. I was like, who can I tell? Who can I tell? You know, it's just good things that are happening right now. And it's moving. And it's not moving fast, but we're making it move. I'd like to say right here, right now, we have people who are in the best positions to help us out. We have an economic development director, we have an energy director, and we have our enterprises too. So we just got to push them. We got to be on them. Say, hey, when the people are mad at me, I'm going to push on you. All that will, hate, those needs, I'm going to put it on you. That's your job. And as Darwin said, if I have to do your job, I want your pay. You're here for a reason, you work. I'm going to put that stress on you. Because here as council, we take on that stress from that. And then we can only take so many arrows until we say, hey, you need to do something. You got to push on it. That's why you're here. But I like to say that we got the best people here right now, trust in the process, and we're going to have to do business speed, or even business phases. Got to move fast. We're in this situation right now where we have to think for ourselves, and we have to self-government, and we have to let everyone around us that UMUT Mountain is here. And if it wasn't for UMUT Mountain, there'd be no Cortez. Every Tuesday, the temp workers get paid, and that payroll is about $10,000. They take all their money up there to buy food. Every 2 weeks, all the tribal employees, they all get paid, all 400 of us. And we take our paycheck up there and we spend our money. So we just gotta all work together and know our strengths. And not only just our strengths, but our weaknesses, what we gotta work on. There's housing, there's water, there's so many things that affect us here. And when I say water, we gotta pray for more moisture. Ain't that right, Mr. Preston? All of our future projects rely on water. So with that being said, I don't want to take anyone's too much time. When you're up here, when you sign these papers, it's nerve-wracking. It really is. I was like that when I signed my contract to go in the Army. I get like this when I was getting married. Big mistake. And I even get like that when I sign my Aaron's lease contract and I say, am I sure I want to be stuck in an 18-month contract? So thank you, everybody. Thank you for all being here. I very much appreciate it. Next 3 years, let's move forward. Thank you. Do wish to we out.
I appreciate the members, the incoming tribal council, expressing their thoughts, their motivation in being in this elected position, representing the UMUT Mountain Ute tribe. There's a lot of work that's ahead of us. There's a lot of rough waters that we have to go through. But as a council, understanding what our roles are to be and the outcome that we're trying to attain to keep us afloat, to keep us together. As they mentioned, there's a lot of issues, a lot of concerns that is going to be before them, ahead of them. And it's going to take that understanding, that communicative process to make it happen, to ensure that what we do and what we decide is in the best interest of our tribal people. In this role we have undertaken, that's what it calls. The relationships that we build with the outside entities, as well as within the organization of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, is going to cause for a lot of concerns to be addressed. We're going to establish and keep the relationships that have been built by the administration of Mr. Hart, including at the national, federal, state, local, municipalities, tribal. Those will continue to stay intact. We will move forward diligently. We will move forward to ensure that that relationship continues. We will ensure that our enterprises are up and running to its full capacity for the outcome of our people's needs. This is bestowed not only upon the Tribal Council, you also share that responsibility as employees of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe. You are part of this organization. You are a part of this tribe. Let's take ownership. Our doors are going to be open for our people to voice their concerns, to suggest ideas that's going to move us not only into the 21st century, but into the 22nd century as we establish a foundation for our generations to come. We're here, I'm here, to give that young generation that opportunity to replace me as well, to be an advocate for our people. I'm going to say as much as I can in Ute, and there's a lot of my tribal members who haven't heard me talk in Ute, but that's okay. We all have our dialect in what we do and what we say and how we talk and how we speak, what our actions are. Nuga, to Okarav, Muga, Ivan Nuga, Uchin, do Avat, to Chigavat, Ina Garuga, in Tatwachu, Bamanuni, Wukavani, Bamanuni, Samaivani, Mubacho, Wukaga, do Avat, Bamanuni, the Wiga, Nuchu. Bud Cabitum, the nurse, Mavacha, Asap, Epa, Paganit, Rai, Wukad. Nuga, Nunaka, Nu Pagad. The way in Nuchu, Gaman Pagawat, the Rai, Ganu Pagawat, the Rai, with a Gap Pagad, the Rai, Maragani, the way in Nuchige, Upat Jagat Rai. The Rosap Niga, I, Nu Pagaga. The way we get new to Iba, Wichitan, Wukavani, Dusap, Mubacho, Samaivani, Mubacho, Wisap, Nugat, Nin. Mine, talk to me about it. I'm grateful, I'm thankful for this opportunity, as Chairman Hart has indicated, 27 years, but you add on the other years that we've been in this position. My son reminded me, since he was a young baby, I was in council. He's 26 years old. I've been in this position for 26 years in tribal government, 22 years in tribal elected position. I've been the chairman before. I've been the vice chairman. I've served 22 years. Last year, I didn't put a lot of emphasis in coming back. It was time to take a break and I got that break, and I feel 100% energized and ready to hit the ground running with many new ideas, many new commitments that I'm looking at. And I want to share with the government, the state government, since they're here as well, Lieutenant Governor, as well as the Governor Polis, who has appointed me to various committees within the state. And our initiatives is to ensure that both Ute Mountain and Southern Ute tribes are well represented in the initiatives that the legislative body in the Denver capital area laps over to the Ute Mountain Ute tribe and Southern Ute tribe, and as well to the Ute tribe of Fort Duchesne, the Uinta Ouray tribe as well, because they're a part of us as well. And their continued efforts to be acknowledged, to acknowledge them in the state of Colorado. I, for one, acknowledge the Ute tribe as part of the state of Colorado. These state departments that we're working with, we want to better the relationship. The foundation, the infrastructure has been put together. I want to ensure that it's intact. The federal government, as Chairman Hart has indicated, have a big responsibility, a trust responsibility to ensure that tribal nations, indigenous people, indigenous governments have their say and their input and their wants and needs as well. And we're going to ensure that continues. And we're going to strive to be that self-sufficient tribe as well, because I believe that this tribe is at that forefront of doing and embarking to be self-sufficient. I want to encourage the local government, county commissioners, city council, RE1 school districts. Acknowledge us in your meetings. Include us in your discussions, because we are a community that supports and lives within the Montezuma County, state of Colorado. We too, as well, represent you at that local and state and federal level. In all, Lieutenant Governor, it's going to be an honor to work with you and your staff, the state of Colorado, the CPS as well, the Colorado State Patrol, and other entities, and the Bureau of Reclamation, and other entities, CPWs, all these entities that have an interest in what and how we're going to move the Ute Mountain Ute tribe to a better tomorrow. I'm very enthusiastic about our future, and I want to ensure the White Mesa representatives that we're going to be 100% behind you in what you do for your community in meeting with the governor and his staff as well as the federal and state legislation. I've already made several calls, or they have called me to set up several meetings, as well as our Colorado delegates from the senator. I was really surprised that Senator Bennett called me while I was getting ready to take a shower yesterday, and it was a 303 number, and I was like, now who in the world would be calling me? And I bet you it's a bill collector. So I answered it, and he said, Chairman Whiteskin, this is Senator Bennett. I would like to congratulate you on your election as chairman of the tribe. I am going to be on the floor, and I'm going to recognize Chairman Hart for all the efforts that he had done. So Chairman Hart, you deserve that recognition on the floor of the House of Representatives in the state capitol. You really, truly do. You honestly do deserve that recognition. And all my former council members that I've served with, and the tribes that are here, how I served with, beginning with Mr. Birch, beginning with Irene Kutch, beginning with Mr. Suspuch. I could name all the chairmen that I worked with while I was in office for 22 years and they have given me the ability to be where I'm at today, to understand the lay of the land. And I want this to lap over to our council, to look at the many different issues and how to go about it and how to address it. So again, thank you, tribal members. Thank you, state, federal people. Thank you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, Veterans Weekend, and I want to honor and thank the Ute Mountain Ute Veterans Group for being here. I want to thank my brother, Mr. Alfred Wall Jr. and his drum group, his sons. You know, there's a lot of individuals that have played a critical role to where I'm at today. The House family, the White Skunk family, the Wall family, the Wing family, the Mills family. There is a lot of people that I am truly blessed and thankful for putting me in this position as well. Again, thank you and God bless you. And that's the end of what I have to say. I would, at this time, going down, I would like to bring the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe outgoing council for the gifts. This is a time to present the gifts to these outgoing tribal council. If the tribes that have gifts for the tribal council, could you please come forward so that we can get that addressed? Okay, before we do that, let them get prepared. I would like to have Councilman Turtle and Councilwoman Jacket to speak, please. Councilman Jacket.
Mike Musconawam. It's good to see everybody here, tribal members, Southern Ute Mountain, and come together here for this special day. It's a challenge to be here, to come, to be in this position that Nuchgero, Nurawachgero, Manau, Rugaruga, Manuk, this right, Chichiget, right, Munivich, so we met every day, Matt. As Malcolm said, I think Darwin mentioned, they've been in here and they get white hair, they said. I said, I don't have to worry about that because I already have a white hair. So I just want to thank Alfred and his drum group for them honor songs, and my brother who made that prayer for all of us for this day, through the prayers that he made, was good. We all need to be thankful for this day that the Creator has given us that. And so I just want to say that, as coming from a counselor, as a therapist in my previous employment, and I'm going into another level, I still carry that. I still do. And the people that I worked with, the people that I supported, help in their mental well-being and whatever it is that they needed, I was there for them. Elders especially, and especially the youth of this community, because our youth, they're the most important people in our tribe. But there are our future leaders, and we really need to protect them too. Our elders too, they have the wisdom. They live in with all their knowledge, the culture and language that we really need. And we as the leaders, we should all focus on that. We should all strive for that because that's our identity as Ute Nation. And all, that's what our strength is, that's gonna carry us on to the next generation, to the next day, for the days ahead. So I just wanna say that, thank everybody, every one of you for coming out and celebrate this day for our leaders that are coming in. And I hope that we all get to work together. You know, the saying goes, as a leader inspires and motivates. That's what I believe in. So I hope that we all have with that in mind, that we'll accomplish one thing, you know, for our people. You know, when we were out there campaigning, we all had different ideas, different wants for our community. Everybody did. I'm sure everybody did. All of us did that. Well, when it comes down to it in the council, what we wanted, what we strive for, all become as one. So we have to, you know, support that as together as council. Muniga, all of us, Munira is councilmen, Northern Ute, Southern Ute, so that's what we have to do and keep in that mind. So the way out for all of you for this day, you know, we need to be thankful this day that Creator has given us that. You know, we always have to be thankful for that, no matter where we're at and what we're doing that. So I am thankful to be here with among these young people, you know, and I'm the oldest. And I'm gonna do my best to share my knowledge with them and be there for them. Make it know the way out.
Councilman Turtle.
Sorry, I'm a little tall. First and foremost, I want to say welcome to everybody here. I know everybody's getting a little tired out there. I can see, and you're probably hungry, so I'll make this as fast as possible. First and foremost, I just want to thank Orrin Wing for that prayer this morning. Definitely good to see Mr. Wing out in the public. I haven't seen him for a while. I think when I first came back to Toyac, doing the day labor program, that's how I came across Mr. Orrin Wing. And really a great guy, great tribal member. So I just want to acknowledge Mr. Wing. Let's acknowledge him for that prayer that he gave for us today. Second, I would like to acknowledge Alfred Wall Jr. and Ephraim Wall and the drum group. Thank you guys for rendering those songs and those strong medicine for all the tribal members here. Thank you for that. We need that, especially the times we're going through now. I also want to thank all of the council members that were sitting. And, you know, this is a hard job, as everybody's saying. You know, we just got to make sure that we do the best and tend to all the membership the best way possible. All the tribal leaders in the audience know that. So I just want to acknowledge the outgoing council on the hard work that you've done. Chairman Hart, thank you for the work and the guidance that you've done. And really trying to get us back mainstreamed and on track. So I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. The way I've learned a lot from you as a council member. So thank you for what you've done as a tribal council chairman. Thank you. I also want to say, Darwin, Malcolm, thank you for the hard work that you've done. It's never an easy job to really listen to the tribal membership and accommodate each need that's out there. We're going through some struggling times right now, and we've all got to be independent in that way. I know the tribe has really stood there and really supported our membership, and we're still trying to support our membership the best way possible, especially our elders. That's why during our budget hearing meetings, I broke it down and I explained to everybody why it's important, what we did with the budget, and it was geared more towards the elders. So we are taking care of you elders. We want to make sure that that's really at the forefront, and we hear that again from a lot of our tribal members out there. So we're trying to do the best that we've got. We've got projects that are coming in. Like I always say, these projects, they take a time period. You know, it's really complex when you get into these positions to find the process and really adhere to that process. Being here for 8 years, I've learned so much from a lot of these council members here. You develop a brotherhood and a sisterhood here. So that's what's really going to happen, and I'm really thrilled to work with you two ladies over here. Catherine, Conrad, Chairman, we've all got to see eye to eye though. We all got to see eye to eye. Nobody is the one person that's up here in front. We're all in this together as a tribal council, and we've got to understand that we're here. The choices that we make on behalf of the membership really impact you. So we've all got to be on that same level. We may have some differences, but we sit down, we talk, we move forward, we compromise on a lot of these things. So that way, there's no negativity there. There's no boundaries that are there. There's no barriers. For a long time, we've seen a lot of barriers within our own community. And I say that respectfully. From the people that work for us, our tribal members, and these different departments and the silos that are there, we need to really collaborate and work together. I see a lot of differences in families and what we're happening here. You know, if we have differences, it's a new day. Let it go. Leave it behind you. Because we as a youth nation, we need to heal. So much division. I always say this on council meetings. We need to heal. 2,200 members of us, UMUT tribe, got to band together. There's a bigger fight out there out of these boundary lines. You know, so I say that respectfully. We need to set up something, council. We need to deal within council, tribal members, people we do business with. I want to acknowledge our sister tribes. Southern Ute, Chairman Baker, your council. Chairman Chapus, UNO, your council. Thank you for being here. Tueak. You know, it's always a pleasure to see you gentlemen have functions like this. All our sister tribes, we need to start banding together in a stronger sense, because there's a bigger fight out there with the federal government and what we're going through right now. We're seeing it. Hickory, President, your council, the Tueak. Thank you for the work that we've been doing together and are going to continue to do. That's what it's all about, is Indian country, Native American tribes working with one another. That's how we amplify our voices, because we're going through a lot of the same circumstances here in our tribal governments as to the next government. We all express the same issues, concerns. I always say this, the more tribes we band together and we go up on the hill, the more of an impact we make. You know, yes. So, you know, I say this just for you know, respectful purposes. We need to band together as tribes. I want to thank Lieutenant Governor. I've been a commissioner alongside with Lieutenant Governor and Chairman Hart for, I want to say, 6 years. And you know what, we do a lot of issues. I see Southern Ute there as well, and I'd really love to see UNO there as well, because, you know, we have these historical ties. You guys have the historical ties to Colorado as well. So we've got to find a door to open, so that way we all express what we're going through. You know, as the governor says, Colorado for all. And we've got to hold him to that, because a Colorado for all means everybody, regardless of our skin color, the community we come from, or the differences that we face. So that's where we come into play, advocacy. I want to thank the royalty that's here, all of the royalty. You look so beautiful. And the warriors, if there's any warriors, good job out there too. You know, it's very important that these ambassadors come to the forefront and they really express what they see on their level as ambassadors, because they are going to be the people to fill our seats, whether it's Ute Mountain, Southern Ute, UNO, Hickory. You know, we have to really, really make sure that our people, the young ones, are really geared up for this. I'm seeing a lot more younger individuals run for tribal council seats, and that's where it really starts, transitioning. Look at the council that we have now. It's diverse. That's what we need. Everybody's voice matters when we go into those council chambers. State departments, thank you for being here. I see a few of you out there, the relationships that we built and the relationships that we're going to continue to build. Again, I'd really like to, as Chairman mentioned, I'd really like for the city of Cortez, Miss Medina over there, I'd really like to develop a relationship with the city of Cortez. We've been trying at it for so long, and we're neighbors. We have to work together. Same thing with the county commissioners. There's a bigger fight out there. We're all a part of Montezuma County, and we need to work together, regardless of sovereign nations. That's where we get most of the work done as we move forward. We see the challenges with these administrations that are in place now and the precedents that are being set. Look at the SNAP benefits that are being cut. Right now we're engaging with social services. I want everybody to give Sharon House a big round of applause for really extending that communication out there. Social services, give them a round of applause. Not just them, all our departments. Sometimes we don't show enough appreciation to our departments and the employees. So everybody in here, give a round of applause to our tribal employees. Not just our tribal employees, casino employees as well. I always try to acknowledge you guys the best way possible as we have these events, because you all back there make this happen. Thank you. Thank you for the work that you do and the accommodations that you do on events like this to help get our tribal members situated in the best way possible. So everybody plays a role here, and I just want to say thank you to everybody that showed up today. You know, new council, new vision, new direction. We just gotta have the same vision, and that's you, our tribal membership. So I want to say thank you to everybody that is in attendance today. Safe travels when you travel back home. And I want to say God bless the UMUT tribe and this tribal council. We've got things to do. We've got a lot of work to do, so let's hit this ground running.
Okay, thank you. Let's get to the acknowledging the outgoing tribal council. I will turn it over to the Ute Mountain Ute tribe. I believe we have some blankets or gifts that are needing to be given out.
Okay, we'd like to acknowledge Malcolm Lehigh. Okay, Darwin Whiteman Jr. Manuel Hart.
Conrad Jacket. Yeah, stay up here. I would like to also bring up the Southern Ute tribe, if they have any comments or gifts that they would like to present to the outgoing council. Or the incoming council as well. So following them will be the Ute tribe, if they have any gifts that they would like to present to the outgoing incoming council. The Navajo Nation, Dene Nation, the Southern Paiute tribe, Miss Primavera, Lieutenant Governor, State of Colorado. If you do have anything to share, you can as well. Chairman Baker, you want to say a few words? Conrad, come on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to say it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here amongst all our Ute people. I believe our Ute people are some beautiful people. Look at our elders. They're beautiful. Knowledge, wisdom. I want to thank everyone who provided a great day this morning on behalf of the Ute Mountain Tribe with their election, everything. I want to thank the drum groups. the elders, their prayers, the veterans, everyone. As we know, Veterans Day is coming up. And so we are having a powwow tomorrow at Ignacio High School for the veterans, honoring our veterans. So again, I want to thank everybody, the royalty, the state, all the representatives out there that, you know, these are individuals that all come because we all work together. There's many, many, many good things that have been said. You know, and I even forgot to mention my name, so. Anyway, my name is Melvin Baker. I'm the chairman of the Southern Ute Indian Tribe. I first started my career probably around 2001. To date, I've been on the council for 9 years, and I'm on my 5th year as the tribal chairman for the Southern Ute Tribe, and learned many things along the way. You know, I'd like to give a shout out to Chairman Hart. I met Chairman Hart when I first got on council around 2001, 2002. I can't even remember, it's like a flash, it just happened so fast. But Chairman Hart took me under his wing. I think the first time we met was up at a CCI meeting, and I never met Chairman Hart before. Well, before he was the chairman, he was a councilman, and ever since then, when we worked together on and off in council, you know, we always worked together out there. It was a great thing, and we shared, and we'd go to meetings, CCIA, NCI, whatever, and we'd say, what are the things that we gotta work on for our tribe? So me and Chairman Hart, or Manuel at the time, we would talk together, and we'd go to different breakout sessions to get information for our people, for our tribes. Again, it's a special day, you know, again, because, you know, with the new coming council, I wanna congratulate each and every one of you as you're going to represent your Ute Mountain Ute tribe. And it's been said many, many times over and over again, this is not an easy job. You have to do a lot. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your own self to be there for your people. You know, we all, some of our elders, you know, like I take care of my granddaughter, and today in Ignacio, they are playing volleyball, and if they win their second game, they go to the state up in Denver. So today I'm hoping that they win, but something like that, that's really important to our heart. I have to sacrifice not going to see my granddaughter play, because this job is first and foremost because you're here for your people, by the people, and you have to, and those sacrifices are tough. And when you travel, it's not easy. There's many things out there, there's many challenges. So, you know, Chairman Hart, I also want to say, you know, it's time to rest. You carry a big burden, each one of you, to the new council members. It's not an easy ride. I like what Darwin said. It's like getting on a roller coaster. Yeah, you're gonna get on, but where's this thing going? When is it gonna stop? What are we gonna do? And I really, really, really want to encourage this council, working with Chairman Selwyn Whiteskunk, that you're all in it together. There ain't no I in leadership, because it's all of you that are going to make it happen for your people. And of all the state representatives, Washington representatives, local, like it's been mentioned, many, many, many good things have been said. That's what it's going to take. So you got to remember that. And the thing is, you have to support each other. My advice is support each other, because winning is a team effort. There's no I. And because you know you're here for your people. So again, I wish you all the best of luck. One of the things I want to say again, congratulations is to Selwyn. Selwyn and I went to school when we were young. We went to school like probably since 3rd or 4th grade, and we graduated from Ignacio High School together. We played on the same football field. We played on the same basketball court, and we've been on council on and off over the years. So I want to, again, you know, Chairman Hart and Chairman Whiteskunk, you're my brothers. And I want to thank our council for making it over. Southern Ute Council, Ute Indian Tribe, all the representatives, Hickory, all that have been mentioned. Many, many, many good things have been said. It's a beautiful day out there. There's so much I could say. As I drove over this morning, I thought of all the things, but then I'm also thinking, you know, I think that train is not going to stop. It's not going to stop. There's many, many, many fights in Indian country, and it's only getting tougher. We have to bond together. We have to work together. We have to help each other out. You know, again, but when that train does stop and it's time to get off, either you didn't get elected, so you have to get off, but you know, the new coming council members, you have to work with what the past councils have already started. You know, yeah, many times people say, oh, if I win, I'm gonna get you a house, I'm gonna get you a car. It don't work that way. I heard that earlier, you hit a brick wall. That's where we come together and work together for our people, whether it's Southern U, Mountain, or U of O. We're working for our U people here today. So with that, again, I just want to say it's a great day. I'm proud. I feel honored to be here with all of you because it is a great day. And all these leaders up here, we're in this fight together for you, for our people. So again, I want to say have a great weekend. Look forward to working with the council, and you know, good luck. Good luck, council. It's going to be okay. We're going to work together. Powers and numbers, and we can be fine working together. I've worked with Alston. I've seen him out there in different places, lobbying for, you know, for the Ute Mountain Ute tribe, and we're in the same fight together. Chairman Hart, every time I call him, he's somewhere lobbying for the Ute Mountain Ute tribe for good things, positive things. You know, it's not an easy job. You know, it's easy when you get here, but we'll see how that ends up in 3 years. And sometimes you walk away when your term ends and you think back and reflect, what could have I done different? What should have I said? What should have I done? What should we do? And you pass that on to the new council. But I again, with Chairman Hart, like me, when I finish my terms, I walk away. I don't think about it. I go try to enjoy my life and my family. Because the council's here today, they will take care of it, and that's their responsibility to carry on. And we support them in our hearts, in our minds, and we hope that they're doing good. We hope them the best, because you know it's very stressful. Take care of yourself. Take care of your health. It's very important. So again, I want to you know, say it was an honor to be here, working with some marvelous people that I've known over the years. And I want to wish again the Ute Mountain Tribe the best of luck as we move forward. We will work together. If you ever have questions, you need to meet, let's talk. Let's share our differences with each other. And good luck to the new one. So again, thank you. Tuayak.
Thank you, Chairman Baker. Thank you, Southern Ute Tribal Council. Presentation of your awards or gifts to Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Margaret Piticus, Vice Chairman, Southern Ute Tribe. At this time, we're going to go ahead and hand out these gifts. We have some for Chairman Hart on behalf of the Southern Ute Indian Tribe. Also, we have one for Selwyn. We have gifts for the outgoing council as well as the incoming. So, council at this time will come around and present them to you. Thank you. Thank you for our time.
Thank you, Vice Chairman, and I'm looking forward to working with you all as well. Ute Tribe. Chairman Chacus, Chairman. While the Ute Tribe is coming, let's have Lieutenant Governor give her award to, or give to Mr. Outgoing Council.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. It's an honor to join you today in this important moment for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, the swearing in of the new chairman and council members. Tribal elections are a shining example of tribal sovereignty and self-determination in practice. Today marks both a time of renewal and reflection, a chance to look ahead to the future while also honoring the leaders who have guided the tribe with wisdom and dedication. First, I want to offer my sincere congratulations to the newly elected chairman, Selwyn Whiteskunk, council members Gwen Cansey and Marilyn House, as well as congratulating Councilman Conrad Jackett on your reelection. Your leadership will help shape the next chapter for your people, one grounded in strength of Ute Mountain Ute traditions, the sovereignty of your government, and the resilience that has always defined this community. We look forward to working in partnership with you as we continue to build upon the strong relationship between the tribe and the state of Colorado, one rooted in respect, collaboration, and shared purpose. Today is a day of transition, of reflection, and of gratitude. As we welcome new leaders who will carry the work forward, we also take a moment to look back to honor a leader whose voice, guidance, and steady hand has shaped the path that we walk together. Chairman Hart's leadership has left a lasting impact, not only for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, but for all of Colorado. His work has strengthened the bonds between governments, uplifted Native voices, and advanced the priorities of tribal communities on every level. Chairman Hart has been a bridge builder between generations, between governments, and between ways of understanding. He has carried the stories and priorities of the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe into every room he's entered, always with humility, always with purpose, and always with a deep understanding that leadership means service. Over the years, Chairman Hart's partnership has been invaluable to the state of Colorado, to the Commission of Indian Affairs, and to me personally. He's been a voice of wisdom and honesty, unafraid to speak the truth, and to remind us of the deeper responsibilities that come with our work. Chairman Hart, your leadership has left a legacy that will be felt for generations. You've shown all of us what it means to lead with heart, to stand firm in your values, and to do so with grace and respect. So on behalf of the state of Colorado, and for me personally, thank you, Chairman Hart, for your years of dedication, your collaboration, and now your friendship. With that, I'd like to read a proclamation from Governor Polis. Whereas Chairman Manuel Hart has dedicated decades of service to the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, serving as a steadfast leader and advocate for the sovereignty, rights, and well-being of his people. And whereas Chairman Hart has worked tirelessly to strengthen government-to-government relationships between the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe, the state of Colorado, and the United States, ensuring that tribal voices are heard in matters of policy, law, and community development. And whereas, under his leadership, the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe has advanced initiatives in economic development, cultural preservation, health, and education that have benefited tribal citizens and contributed to the vitality of the Four Corners region. And whereas over the years, Chairman Manuel Hart has guided his community through important challenges and opportunities, while also helping to shape the future of the Colorado Commission of Indian Affairs and the state of Colorado. Whereas his contributions have elevated the work of the Colorado Commission of Indian Affairs, and his steady presence has helped build bridges of understanding and respect across governments. And whereas Chairman Hart has been a leading voice for American Indian, Alaska Native issues across Colorado and Indian country, representing his tribe with honor and distinction in state and national forums. And whereas his lifelong commitment to public service reflects the values of strength, wisdom, and unity, leaving a lasting legacy for future generations of Ute Mountain Ute people and all Coloradoans. Therefore, I, Jared Polis, Governor of the state of Colorado, do hereby proclaim November 7th, 2025 as Chairman Manuel Hart Day. So as we welcome the new council and look to the path ahead, let us do so with unity and optimism. May this new chapter bring continued strength, growth, and opportunity for the Ute Mountain Ute Tribe and all who call this beautiful state home. Congratulations once again to the new leadership, and thank you to everyone who continues to carry forward the spirit of service and sovereignty. And Chairman Hart, here's your proclamation.
Thank you so much. Wow, a day named after me, November 7th. Boy, what an honor. Thank you to Governor Polis and Lieutenant Governor Primavera, and to all the staff from the state of Colorado. Thank you.
Chairman Chaput said on that day, we're gonna call him up for dinner, since his day. Again, I'd like to acknowledge the Uinta Array Tribal Chairman Chaput and his council person too as well.
Hey, Mike Nucci. So I know you're hungry. I can see you all grumbling out there. So we're gonna be quick, right? So I'm Sean Chapuz. I'm an Uncompahgre representative. I'm also the chairman of the Ute Tribe Business Committee. And right here I have Ms. Purcell Cespoot. She's a White River. So people forget. Those two bands come from Colorado. So we may not live there now, but our name is all over that place.